Why, hello there, fellow snow-burdened warriors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens. Episode 105, Battle Fatigue and Desperation. And then just like how we lit the other area, I was going to floodlight here. And that way we keep the lights on very, very easily for the run path. Mimicking what we've got over here. We scanned wood. We have not been scanning very fast. I really don't have very good researchers, but at least we're making some progress. There we go. I loaded the fine rum? Yeah, I intended. I don't have it scheduled to be drank, so. Where is this going? Stalwarts? Yeah, it has to go to Stalwarts. Sorry, Pilgrims. You're just out of range. Days. You know, maybe we go the whole year. Maybe I don't cheese it with dev mode. We'll see. Depends on the number of raids. Yeah, it really depends on the like speed of actual progress made. Like if there's time to draw this out till end of stream, that's fine. If I'm lacking time, then I'll end it sooner. Alright, that is done. We just flagstoned it up. And now we have a new plasteel mining site. Once the installables are destroyed here, I'll break down the old site. Or moved, not really destroyed. And we have a Pilgrim's lantern. The problem with that is I don't have a lot of wood, so I'm going to have to mine up some wood before we fire up the whole lantern thing. Because I think it's 5 wood per person who attends, and I want everyone to attend now, so we need at least 105 wood, I think. Okay, the zone is totally done. Now I just need homes on it. And then remove the roof over here and break that down because it's no longer needed. Oh, a party and a lantern festival? You guys are going to have some fun. So I had planned on putting the lantern festival here, but I think we need to wait a day because, what the hell? Well, oh, because everyone else is partying. They're not available. Hey, JD, you want to go party? He really doesn't. Are you just... Oh, because you're forced work right now. That shouldn't affect partying. He's just a party pooper. Confirmed. It's fun to see them happy for a change. They've been pretty happy, generally speaking. We've got, I mean, we haven't had a lot of like mental breaks. Some, but not too many. So tonight we'll do the lantern ceremony, the lantern festival, once we get a little bit more wood stocked. It looks to me like we are just about ready to break all this down. In fact, the entire path can be removed, and then we'll go for the walls. Our pilgrims are gonna have, they're getting quite the royal treatment. Sleeping next to your fiance's urn is pretty morbid. Yeah. I mean, where else do we put it? I guess we could put it here. It's not much better. I don't have like a tomb for the pilgrims. Or mausoleum for the urn or whatever. But there, I moved it. Listen to the feedback, I moved it. In the scheme of things for RimWorld, RimWorld's grim almost always, so the added grim of sleeping next to an urn is really not that much, in my opinion. Alright, new zone looks right. I did say we were going to have a lantern festival, so let's put that on. I can never not get over the stupid music. You know what? I can't wait to hear the new soundtrack that Odyssey is going to add, speaking of music. And it was beautiful. No thanks to the music. Yeah, this is the new soundtrack? No. Alistair Lindsay is better than that. All right. We are 12 days in. We're almost a quarter of the way for the full time or half the way for the modified time. You know, I just realized these tunnels are dark. They're not supposed to be this dark. Did we lose a lamp? Alright, the old site's broken down. We're looking at the outpost. A plasteel terror sculpture. That is looking pretty cool, but like, we won't be doing that. And I probably don't need that much more wood. Fish pick. Ooh. Slowly exhausting the iron. This is a cool looking mug? No, it's not a soup cup. Just a mug that says Dad on it. It's my dad mug. Not too fancy. Just voluminous. And that's what counts. Holy moly, there's a polar bear! Okay. I don't think taming it is maybe the best idea. So let's shoot it in the face. Just make sure not to eat its liver. Where are you going? Slotus, what? That's not how to hunt. You don't hunt by hugging. Whoever taught you to hunt was obviously stupid. Pretty unusual to see animals. I guess they're attracted to the nuclear power that we've got going on here. You hunt a bear with a bear hug? And you get hunted? Oh, really? One thing I haven't checked in a while is social tabs. And yeah, they don't really like each other. That makes sense. Can we make a parka from the bear fur? Yeah, we could. Ready to bear sounds great. I feel like I played a lot of video games where that was a thing. Actually, we can't. Parkas, I believe, are 80 material. We don't have enough bear skin. So that's a no-go. I could do tail caps. Oh, actually, no, I can't. DLCs, right? So these are the options. I could do tribal wear, but I could do only one tribal wear. It's a pretty limited amount. Oh, tail cap was there? Oh yeah, so it is. I could do 3 tail caps. Let's try that out. Bearskin tail caps. Yeah, tail caps are like ideology, and of course I'm running ideology with the factions that we have. Normal quality. So these normal quality tail caps is installation of 10 Celsius, which is no better than the flap caps that we have got up here. Not really. Hello, hello. I was wondering why it was calm. Only frag grenades. Okay, so it's not a super scary raid. Oh, I didn't mean man it. Don't rearm it. Hold fire. And sheep just got a creativity. Sheep, you're a constructor, so... No, you're not. You're an artist. Ooh, that was a good shot! Alright, well, they're, like, immediately pissed. Winter, did you start the social fight? Yes. So, despite being wounded, I'm gonna have you fight this one, because you are responsible for your own injuries. Dem's your own fault. Alright, they're coming in. There's no weapons that I'm, like, particularly scared of, as far as their lineup goes. And we are mustering everyone into position. Fishpick will be here ready to flip the state of the rear doors. People are dropping like flies, man. Another insta-kill brain. I can't wear helmets, because I'll die from radiation if I wear helmets. But, I guess I can rely more on turret power if need be. There's just not a whole lot I can do about these insta-kills. At my difficulty level, they just happen. I could cheese it more using environmental methods to kill enemies. Alright, AR just got nearly torso to death. You know it's a finale when people drop like flies, right? Alright, Fishpick has opened up the valid path, flip-flopped. I'm gonna zone restrict everybody. We're gonna have them muster to the others, the other, entryway. And then Madsen is coming to heal AR and, Tennering. If I was making a ship ending, it would be cheaper? Yeah, no kidding. Just constant insta-fatal attacks. Getting tiresome. Alright, they're getting pretty close to Fishpick, so Slotus, pop this door open. Fishpick closes it. And now they flip states. Well, I don't think in this case the social fight would really have mattered, because the social fight didn't affect his skull. So he just got brained by Leinster. Is Leinster still alive? I'm curious what Leinster's accuracy is. 14. Alright, shooters. You know. So I'm going to be really conservative about what shooters I have mustered. And I'll use more turrets. I'm tired of losing people to just unlucky shots to the brain. We've had multiple of those happen back to back to back now. Oh, one thing I can do is open this up a little bit, because this is a heated zone, and then I have more room for urns. They're fleeing. And we bury yet another one. It's good to show like how little the adaptation matters in the big scheme of things. Because these raids are not getting any easier. Alright, the tail caps are done, and yeah, people are wearing them. We'll be done healing up a bit. I just want to make sure no one gets infections, and then we'll put together yet another funeral once the ritual room is complete. It's not, obviously, at the moment. And yep, more VE music incoming. You are correct about that. Bear meat. Do you really not have anywhere to go? You do. Really? There. Alright, come on, constructors. Get the room ready. Here we go. Winter. And we'll make it out of limestone again. Yep, that was terrible. So if we do want to rely on our turrets a little bit more, leaning into defending with turrets, I did see the suggestion of uranium slug. The problem with uranium slug is it's not very effective against the types of targets we're up against. But what I will consider is a line of autocannons here. So that it will, maybe just those two, because I don't want to block my own line of sight. But some autocannons here to help shred targets that get close. And they're, yeah, okay, they're not zone restricted anymore. And that should help a little bit automating our defenses so that our own people aren't suffering the consequences. I would have done more in preparation for these raids, but I feel like loss at the end of a series is almost necessary. You know, when the difficulty ramps. So that's why I'm like, oh, it's okay. And we're at 15 days of the 30 that we're going to push for the hazard mode. So we're like halfway there. All right, we need coal. Give me other inspirations other than trade. There's only so much trade that... Well, I mean, we never trade, so... Game's just like, oh, you want to trade? I do not. So 2 autocannon turrets there. Ought to help out a little bit. I wish I could fit in more without blocking my own shooters, but I really can't. And its ideal accuracy range is like short, meaning 12 cells, which is roughly what we've got here. So it should be pretty effective at reducing enemies quickly. The other thing is some of the walls here I'm going to replace with like plasteel, because these walls are likely to get pretty shredded by bullets as enemies are trying to attack this specific spot. Someone had an iron inspiration? Sheep did, yeah. Yeah, I could have sheep make something. Let's do a grand sculpture out of limestone. I don't know if it's actually, you know what? That's probably too ambitious. I probably don't have time for a grand sculpture before his inspiration wears out. What is the time on it? 6 days? Yeah. So we'll make a large one. These graves aren't for anyone. I could get rid of them. They're not really doing anything. All right, pretty soon we'll have our burn done. And then we should be rid of the corpses on the map tile. Despite all the, like, people dying, our, colonists don't seem to notice, care, or mind as far as mood goes. Everyone's like, oh yeah, this is life now. The last few months have been rough with constant raids of OP enemies, and they wouldn't be wrong. That is absolutely correct. That is what's been happening. So we just need a big bucket of steel for that last autocannon. But it's coming. We just need to haul in a little bit more iron and mine up a little bit more coal. Oh! I see why we're not mining coal. The site right now. They know the arc is almost perfect, so they're holding it together. That's a fair assessment. They're filled with the glowing embrace of Adam. Alright, no dead on the map tile. That's what I like to see. We have almost all the steel we need for that last autocannon. We just need a little bit more coal, and then we'll be hitting the goal. 10 years in the colony, they've had some tough times. True. It's been 605 days. 10 years. Over 10 years. They've been really thrown through the ringer, right? 10 years and some change. Alright, what else can we do in preparation? So we've been trying to find an extra source of uranium. It really hasn't gone well. Still chipping away at that requirement. Besides that, the hazard mode is 17 days out of the 30 that we're going for, so it's getting close. Research did halt for a while now in lieu of ground scanning, and ground scanning really hasn't been going well. But it does look like they're starting to deliver the autocannon turret materials. That's good. Now, if I'm, the only issue with putting the autocannon turrets here, what I might want to do is I might want to make this into a wall, and then wall them up from behind with, reload access doors. And the reason for this is so that, if enemies, you know how, like, when we toggle paths, if they do get past this door, they don't have an active path all the way to the turrets to brawl them. So replacing this with the wall will ruin our shooters' line of sights a little bit, but it will stop brawlers or anyone from pathing to that spot. It's not likely to be a big issue, but I'll just engineer a solution anyway. Better safe than sorry. Although it's relatively not needed, I have so many mortar barrels, I'm just going to rearm the mortars and then make sure that they are, yep, ready for the next volley. Perfect. Okay, 2 autocannon turrets. Now there is a possibility that enemies are within the minimum distance here and can't be shot at. But because they can't cross the deep water, I think it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Looking good. There was something, another design thing that we could have done, and I chose not to. If we set the walls up to something like this and destroyed those, and then put turrets down here, the turrets down here could fire on the ingressing enemies there. Question for you guys, and I'll pose it for a question. Should I use the southern approach for turrets? Because that might be long enough. Like if we, this is too short for autocannon, but it would be long enough for slugs. Now the reason why I haven't bothered with slugs is we don't typically get attacked by like super high armor enemies, like centipedes. So, there's actually one other way to set this up so that it's more functional, and I'll go to the efforts to fix it, which is to wall this section off here, and then set the autocannon turrets here in this island, and that way it's more effective and we don't have to bother with this. This whole zone can just we'll leave it as is, but all that would be required for me to use more autocannon turrets would be to bridge up like this and wall that up. Maybe use something like that. Or actually better like that. And it looks like you guys do want to do that. And I think it's reasonable. After the losses that we have suffered, it's reasonable to consider using more of our resources for defenses because we've lost a considerable amount of our personnel now. In the last few streams, it's been a whole bunch of deaths. And it looks like the yays have it. Another thing that we could do is wooden columns as fake cover, building roofs on them, and then putting IEDs adjacent to them. Should I build trap columns? What do you guys think? Because we have the ability to make mortar shells, no problem. So trap columns would be could be an effective way to thin down enemy numbers. Now the only problem with this plan, oh god, that's annoying, is I am going to need a whole bunch of moisture pumps. I don't want to wait for this to expand, so I'm just going to like go the aggressive approach of like dumping a bunch of pumps in the zone. And as far as the research goes, I've got mortars and I have IEDs. So yeah, we could do trap columns pretty easy. And it looks like the A's have it on that one too. Well, we have a lot of projects in the works, but I like it. We're trying to solve a problem that we've been having of our dear people getting obliterated by unlucky brain shots. And honestly, it's been brain shots every time. It's like, what the hell? So this mini turret. Maybe I'll put... Yeah, there's not really a good place for it. I'll uninstall it as a... But you know what I could do? Right there. If they get in, they get shot. Oh! Well, we have an Inspire Tame, and there's a Walrus here. But I don't think I'm going to bother with... I mean, we're not really using the leather or the... well, Walrus Pinniped leather is nice. But it's so close to the edge of the map that I'm a little worried that it will escape. So what I'll do is I'll tame it and then slaughter it. So, Slotus, you have Inspire Tame? You go tame and slaughter. Did someone build this stupid conduit already? Y'all are killing me. Slotus is, alright. Highest priority is go do that. There we go. Alright, so the shallow water is all fixed now. So we can remove all the bridges. I might want to stockpile a little bit more wood than I currently have, so that in the case that I need to replace the IED traps, we have the means to it. But the idea here is behind each column there will be explosive IEDs, so when they seek cover, they die. And then on top of that, we can build a roof everywhere where the column supports, so that when that column drops, the roof drops, and it should hurt them doubly so. It does mean having to build a lot of roofs, but I think I'm okay with that. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Frostwardens.